And it's also because you have the judges in front of you, some that are responding to what you're saying or what you're doing, like some are just this, not responding to anything.
Yeah.
A joke or
And you have no clue what
you
they're
have no
thinking.
clue.
Did I mess up? Or
am I going in the right direction? Did they see that spill?
Well, but that's also a good point of preparation. Like, know your judges.
Yeah.
Like
true.
that's probably my biggest thing.
Let's start with a cheers.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, man.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
To the next champion.
And to something happening also in the bar industry in Curacao again.
It's been a minute, man.
I think you guys know a lot more about that. I'm still kind of a rookie on the island. In the with what happened the last years before COVID, during COVID, after COVID. But I'm really curious to see what happens and what the level is of the guys.
It's been pretty quiet on the competition front.
I think what the last real thing was it like the Henry's thing?
I think the last big one, yeah.
I think, yeah.
I mean, there's
A lot of competitors also.
Yeah, there was like 20 people too, I think.
Yeah. That guy that won.
John won that run, right?
John.
Yeah, I think he's competing this time too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm on the list.
Yeah.
He's bombarding the chat already, which is fun.
John's
always a wild card with like. John's a wild card with like techniques and stuff. Like he's kind of like a mad scientist. It's pretty cool to watch. But that's also, I think that's the cool thing too. Like we have people from different bartending backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like some people with international experience, some people only local, some people basically rookies in the business here, some people with like management experience. So I think it's pretty cool to see in that aspect who is going to be like really showing up. And I mean, the last competition was the one that Alberto hosted, right? And I actually hired a guy through that competition.
Oh, cool.
I hired AJ like right on the spot. He worked at Barrio at that point, and I really liked his presentation skills, just like his interpersonal stuff. And I just told him right on the spot, like, if you want, we got a job for you. So that's also part of it too. Like,
True.
You can open up avenues for yourself locally, but also on the bigger picture.
It's how do you say that? An étalage, almost like a stage.
Oh, for sure.
In which you can you show personality, you show a little bit of skill. Of course, you do not ever know from a competition how a bartender copes with like 20 tickets and people in front of his bar or her bar. But you can see the potential.
Yeah.
And the effort and the
especially that preparation, effort.
Sometimes it's really fun to see somebody making cocktails online, you know, on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and you already know that
you're gonna get slammed when you're behind that bar. Yeah. Is the no, but that I also like of the for example, this competition is that it's not just about the drink, but it's a lot about the presentation, and also in the finals. You've got the speed round, so there you will see, because I do the preliminaries, you guys do the finals, and there you will see the bar skills when it really gets tough. Yeah,
I mean, speed round is something you can practice if you have a decent bar setup, but then also there's the wild card of doing the speed round in a different setup than you're used to. Like we saw that when we were at Ochenta, that one night where it's like 3 a.m, we're all plastered, and we're doing this quick like shake off between me, Arsenio, Fabian, and Chesko. And you just notice that people are just in a different environment, so you're not really used to how like the shaker setup is and where all the bottles are, like what actually is
unconsciously you're grabbing towards the shakers that are always there.
You're always fastest in your own bar.
I don't know about you guys, but for competitions I always practice like it is a choreography, like it's a routine, so that I exactly know like what is where, so that during that my performance I don't have to be able to look for things, and so that is like, okay, when I tell this, when I say this word, I'm pouring the lime juice. The lime juice is right over there, my jig here is right over there. when I'm at this stage of my story or of my performance, I pour the rum, for example, so that it also makes sense in the in that story, in that performance.
I think there's totally two schools on that because I'm the exact opposite. I
You just
don't,
go.
I don't practice a story. I have a couple of bullet points that I want to touch on, and I have some. I practiced in my head like 5, 6, 7 times, whatever. But it's not like an actual rehearsed, like this is my story with like timed moments and whatever. I remember Boudewijn Meswits met with the Bacardi competition. I'm talking like 17, 18 years ago. He had, I think the drink was called What About Me or something like that. It was a pineapple daiquiri variation, and I was next to him when he was practicing, and he was practicing his story like to the second. And I heard the same story over and over and over, and I was basically just mouthing the story with him while I was on stage. It was pretty cool. But no, I'm the opposite. I have a couple of things I want to talk about, and I just let the story go where it goes. And just one thing, just keep talking while you're making your drink.
Yes.
Don't like have a whole pre-talk or pre-show talk for like 45 seconds that cuts into your time.
And then you're like this.
And yeah, exactly, like a robot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not all about presentation, but it's the style points that do it too.
But it's also cool to really adjust your thing to the moment, like improvise some stuff, something you see or what everybody has noticed, but nobody talks about. Like there's a girl standing there in a pink dress or something, and you can make a joke about it while working. Or I feel like that has an impact on everything, because working behind the bar is adjusting and improvising and also entertaining, and that's also what the competition is about.
A lot of competitions only pick one aspect of it, and that's the drink making. But my favorite competition I've ever did was I forgot the brand, was a Japanese whiskey brand at the College Hotel in Amsterdam with Stanislav, and it was basically your judges were basically mystery guests, and they would just ask you all kinds of random questions, and one pretended like he was drunk and started like knocking shit over, and you have to respond to that.
Simulating like
they were simulating bar environment, So you really had to adapt to what was thrown at you. Like one guy was acting like he was drunk, so you couldn't serve him, so I made him a non-alcoholic drink. Like you really you had more time, which helps, but you really had to move around and really react to what the guys were doing. That was a lot of fun, and obviously afterwards a lot of drinking too, but that's part of these things.
That's part of these things.
Man.
Yeah. What are things for you guys that if you judge the competition or you visited a competition that you remember, like that performance of that guy or of that girl really stands by me?
It's usually when something goes wrong and they know how to pivot and make a change. Like a glass breaks, and that's you only have 2 of the same glasses. What do you do? I've seen people make their drink in shakers or whatever. Like you have to adapt, and that's the moment that when you can really see how someone is, like on the spot as how they would be in a bar. Those are usually cool moments. And for me, it's especially with the bigger name, bigger brand competitions, like just like the VIP bartenders. Like when you get those legends of the industry, and they're actually at your bar judging you, and like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, and that's that added pressure. I remember Angus sitting at my bar, like one of my first competitions, and this guy at that point was one of the top 10 guys in the world, and he's just sitting at your bar, and you're like, fuck. Like he starts like stammering a little bit, and you don't really know what you're trying to say. And really, if you can get over that, those are really cool moments.
Nerves.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, a lot of guys or girls. I don't know. Are there girls in the competition? Is it just guys? Just girls, right?
I don't know. Last time Sam was the only one, I think. Was it?
Sam was in the Alberto's competition. Yeah.
Was the only one, I think.
I think there's 2 or 3 girls in this one. Yeah.
But guys is not just for guys. Guys is for
everybody.
For everybody. Yeah, exactly. And I probably there's guys who have a lot of nerves because it's probably the first time they are in the competition, or there are people who done a lot of competitions, or so that's a thing where I'm gonna look at how they gonna act on their nerves and adjust when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Cool, what you just said. Just really looking forward to see the level of everybody.
Me too.
You know, because you know there's some people they're already there or they're good.
But it's funny, even people with a lot of experience tend to still get super nervous when they
Yeah.
get on stage. Like when it's not your
But
own
also because
bar top.
there's more pressure. A little bit
Yeah.
more because people kind of
I think you
expect.
put that pressure on
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
more than anything else.
Yeah. You want to keep a standard.
Yep. Yeah, you want to show what you got,
Yeah.
for sure.
But even Messi for a Champions League game, he still has the game nerves.
Of course.
De wedstrijdzenuwen.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Some really experienced guys, they have the competition shake. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like
were
with the
you- were
jigger.
you-
This.
You're already shaking before you got to shake.
Yeah. And it's also because you have the judges in front of you, some that are responding to what you're saying or what you're doing. Like, some are just like this, not responding to anything.
Yeah.
A joke or
And you have no clue what
yeah, I have
they're
no
thinking.
clue.
Did I mess up? Or
Am I going in the right direction? Did they see that spill?
Well, but that's also a good point of preparation. Like, know your judges.
Yeah,
Like
true.
that's probably my biggest thing. Where, I mean, back in the day, 10 years ago, when we were doing Vegas, it was Rotterdam or Amsterdam. Like, what style of drink are you making? Rotterdam was a little sweeter. Amsterdam was a little bit more like the bitter and dry and whatever. Like, know your judges. Know what kind of style of drink they prefer. Like, if you go up for me, make something dry, make something bitter, make something that definitely doesn't have layers, right? Or, I mean, at least layers with a purpose are fine, but don't go just for the presentation part. It has to taste good. Like, other people have other preferences. So,
But what is your favorite drink?
I don't have a favorite drink. My favorite
course.
drink totally depends on what I'm doing at that point,
Situation,
what my
the
mood
mood.
is.
But that
You never
also,
go wrong with a shot of Fernet, obviously, but
Yeah, but talking about one.
a shot of regret.
But because there is, and that is what I always found kind of difficult in a competition. Like, okay, you can make your drink for who are my judges? Let me make a drink for them. But if you're making a drink in general, like everybody has a different taste. Like I have different taste than you have, than you have. So I am not judging on do I like it, but is what I taste and what I see, what I smell in the presentation, is it different? Is it in balance?
Yeah. But your sense of balance is maybe different than his sense of balance or mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can know when a drink is a good
Fair,
drink,
fair.
or not even that I like it personally, but
True.
sometimes I would like it a little bit sweeter. But I know it's a good drink,
Yeah.
or it's tweakable
Yeah.
for the situation. It's also how you make a menu. Like you don't make a menu just for you,
Exactly.
for yourself, or for that one guest.
A couple of months ago, I was in Milan, and there's this one hidden bar called 1930. They've been in the 50 best bars list for years, and it's kind of difficult to get in there, except when you know people. So I checked Jim, because I know Bobby's is popular in Milan. So, oh yeah, I got you a reservation already, and they sent me a confirmation in 5 minutes. And I was there, and all their drinks were so complex,
Right.
and they're all really good drinks. But
You
if I
just
would go
wanted to
there
have a
again, yeah. But if I would go back there, I would probably just order one or two, because they're not what you would be having normally. You are there and you just want to check out everything
It's an
they're
experience.
It's the
serving.
experience though,
Because every drink was an experience with things coming out of things. They're having a chat, and the menu comes off the wall from a African mask that is hanging there, and then you get a pyramid on the table, and when you
It's
open
a
it up,
show almost.
smoke's coming out, and it's unbelievable. But yeah, they're all really, really good drinks. You know that, but it's not all your taste.
No.
And it's not something you would order every time or every day.
No, therefore you go to the show. You go to see the show.
Yeah, exactly.
And for example, I was in Paris a few years ago, and there you have the, for example, the Little Red Door.
Yep.
But you also have Dirty Dicks.
Yep.
Like the Little Red Door is the speakeasy bar where you have the, like you pay 22 euros for a drink like this that looks like this.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of different flavors, and the bartenders don't even look at you. They're like working this way. But it's an experience to see, because from the moment that you walk in, it's already the gimmick, and you don't do that every day. You don't taste that every day. It's like a Michelin star restaurant. But then afterwards we went to Dirty Dicks, which is like a tiki bar where they're just slamming the drinks and making you tiki drinks in here. You go enjoy it. It's just a fucking good drink.
Yeah.
And it really depends on that's why, like, you ask him, what is your favorite drink? It really depends on the situation and the mood you're in, I think.
And on the bartender too, like I've
bartender,
ordered daiquiris that were not great. I've ordered daiquiris that were fantastic.
Yeah.
Right?
But you still enjoy them with the...
Not always.
No?
I've had some really bad drinks, but I think everybody has.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, nah, that's
man.
And then you just leave it and grab something else. It's kind of my litmus test for a bartender. It's like either order a daiquiri or old fashioned, and if that drink is decent or at least decent, you can order something off the menu. But if their classics aren't good, I'll stick to beer or wine, or just spirits.
And you see it right away.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. You see it right away. When you come in, you almost smell it. Like, can I get a good one?
Yeah. So, you got any tips for whoever is participating? Anything that you would be like, don't forget that, or something very important?
Check your balance in your drink. Make sure that the drink, what it's about, that it pops out. Don't make me a fruit juice, please. And don't just make a drink, but tell a story. Why do you make this drink? Mostly all the signature drinks on my menu, I try to make a story behind it. And if you have that one drink, then make it something to remember. And what is the thing that makes the judges remember your drink? You can make a daiquiri, but then with a different syrup, for example.
Right.
Yeah, we've been there. We've seen that. So, what is the thing that makes you different from the rest? And that can also be something in that you play with music, something in your garnish, with your glassware, with your with a little bite next to it.
Tie it back into your personal background. If you're from another place, like grab some ingredients from there.
Something different.
There, right?
Try to make it something personal about yourself.
That's usually
don't make it too complex.
And indeed, keep talking throughout your entire entire presentation. While shaking, you do not have to, because that is your talking, of course. But also during pouring, and tell your story while you're making your drink. Don't tell your story and then make your drink.
Yep.
Make it one smooth presentation. That's it. Check your tools.
Check your tools. Check your ingredients.
Check your ingredients.
I've seen a competition where someone made a Zacapa old fashioned. It was some hotel in Amsterdam off the Rokin. It was an NBC competition, and someone made their drink and forgot their base spirit. They poured, and there was like maybe half an ounce of liquid in the glass. It was the bitters, the syrup, and stuff. There was no Zacapa in their drink. Yep, I've seen someone put salt instead of sugar once. That was fun.
Ooh. Ow.
But yeah, have your ingredients ready and put them in the order that you're going to use them.
Yeah.
Like, or you have them ready, and you just go one by one by one by one, and you know you don't forget anything.
And practice that also.
Yeah.
Practice before colleagues, friends, your girlfriend, the mirror, whatever.
Yep.
And like simulate it, like boom, boom. You have to dream your routine.
Yeah.
But it was fun. we went to, you know Salvo also from Rotterdam. I think you met him too, the Italian guy with the beard. He won the au pair competition.
Yeah.
So he was flown out to Istanbul for the World Finals.
Right.
And he made a coffee drink. And we went to surprise him there
Right.
in Istanbul. So to say, hey, oh, Salvo, here we are here to support you. Because we wanted a holiday and we wanted to support him. And it was, they said, it was about family, so okay, let's go there and show them that he has like really people behind him that are there for him. And he had a coffee drink. And you don't believe what he forgot during the finals.
The coffee.
The coffee. So he did not win.
Nope.
So don't forget your ingredients and practice that. Like that you cannot forget because it's there in front of you.
Exactly.
If it's not empty, you did not pour that. So that is what I would say. And be you, and I'm really curious.
And I really look forward to what everybody's going to do.
Yeah, because I'm really thirsty.
We're all kind of thirsty. Yeah.
Bring your friends.
Bring your friends.
Bring friends.
Support.
Bring some support.
Yeah.
If anything, it's just to have a good time.
And whether you become first, second, last, it really doesn't matter because you always come better out of the competition than that you went in. In your network, your knowledge, your experience, everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So better to compete and lose than not to compete. So don't be stage frightened.